Hello, my name is James Drinkwater. On behalf of Symmetric, I'd like to invite you to an Annex 1 fill and finish compliance training. Essentially, this will cover products like biologics, ATMP, cell and gene therapies, and it has a focus really on the revision of the regulations, particularly Annex 1, PICS version, and the EU versions, and the revision of ICH Q9, Quality Risk Management, which was revised at the same time to cover the principles that apply to contamination control measures. There's been a huge and impactful changes in these regulations impacting fill and finish. We will discuss and cover all those elements of regulation changes in this training. We'll also look at the technologies that are being applied to meet the new requirements for contamination control and separating people from process, the automation, the barrier systems, the single-use systems, and all those technologies that apply. As a biological product with biological mechanisms, also there's a potential impact from the biodecontamination process to establish the grade A ISO 5 environments that we process or septically process in. VHP, vaporized hydrogen peroxide, has the oxidizing potential and its residuals to impact these biological products. So there's now a requirement to look at biocompatibility and the analytics that meet the cycle that's developed and so it's compatible with the products that you're actually processing without the impact on efficacy or quality. We will go through that biocompatibility, the analytics, and how to qualify that compliance requirement. We also need to monitor in the environments we're filling, and Annex 1 sets out, reinforced and new enhanced monitoring requirements. We'll understand those. There's a consideration now on the introduction of rapid micro methods. New technologies, new methods are encouraged. And I will cover a perspective on the introduction of rapid micro methods, where we've got to for continuous viable and particle monitoring, being more real time, reducing the need to do EM media plate changes, and also the introduction of robotics all have a different perspective that we're looking at now. That doesn't leave us without barrier systems with gloves. There will still be a lot of those systems in place. So we have a glove management strategy to cover as well. All of those strategies and requirements need to be documented in a contamination control strategy document. This is one of the most impactful and challenging documents to prepare that Annex 1 has set out as a requirement. Although it's a year since Annex 1 became effective, companies are still challenged with the preparation of a CCS. Really, we're all learning about the content, structure, and benchmarking what a good CCS is and what a poor CCS is, just a listing of reference documents without connection. This connecting narrative in a CCS is fundamental to give confidence on process understanding and understanding of the risks, and it is a key document that will be asked for and requested by any inspector or regulator. It's not actually the process of having a CCS in place, but the process of going through its preparation that challenges the ultimate gap analysis to GMP and CGMP compliance. Very important document. Will cover content, structure, and templates that will give you a really good starting point to get that off to a good platform to develop for the future. It's a live document that you have to maintain for the product life cycle. Having to look at not just efficacy, product and quality and patient safety, but also supply as well, the continuity of supply. So if you do have a critical activity like sterilizing syringes or vials out of place, looking at the supply and continuity of that sterilization through the supply chain has to be considered. And we will discuss that point very much so. So lots to consider, lots of impact. Fully encourage you to join, get current, benchmark with other peers that have the same challenges as you. This is not really an opportunity to miss, and I would encourage you fully to join us in this fill finish training.